Well, hello and good morning. Thank you for tuning in to What I Need. We are now on episode 8. Man, we're really moving along, huh? But yeah, if you guys could do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, and if you have any questions for me or any topics you'd like me to discuss, leave them in the comments below, and I will be sure to get to them. But all right, let's get started. Yeah, today I wanted to talk to you guys about failure. Failure is a big part of success. The reason why failure is a big part of success is because failure is inevitable. It's going to happen no matter what. It doesn't matter what background you come from, you're going to fail at something. It's going to happen. Now, how you take it and learn from it, that's a different story. When I was a kid and I failed at something, I never was, when I was a kid and I failed at something, I was never taught what I did exactly, why it happened, and what I could do to make it better. No, when I was a kid, I just got my ass beat, and that was it. And just took it and knew that, okay, I did something bad. Didn't learn shit from it. But that's just how I was going about everything in life. And that only happened from about 6 to 15. Every time I did something wrong, never learned from it, just got my ass beat. Anytime I did something right, I was never awarded. It was just my childhood. As you guys know, my childhood fucking sucked. And it was terrible. But being on the journey that I've been on, constantly trying to succeed, 90% of it all has been failures. But every single thing I did, I always knew that I could do better at. I always knew that I can grow something. I was all about that. I don't know why I was into growing stuff and making things happen and wanting to help out people. Maybe a big part of it is because I didn't have that shit when I was a kid. Nobody ever tried to help me when I was a kid, and nobody ever wanted me to grow. Nobody gave a shit. But that's always been a part of me. And every single thing that I did my best at. Skateboarding. I was really great at skating. And not like these annoying ass kids you see on the street just skateboarding and think they're cool and throwing their boards all over the place. No, that's stupid. I looked at skateboarding as an art form. I practiced skateboarding more than I studied. No lie. I skated for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and practiced over and over and over again. Now, skateboarding is not easy, especially if you're trying to make a career out of it, such as what I was doing. And I was very good. I was in competitions. I was doing videos, trying to get sponsorships, all that. And the way I viewed skateboarding and how I got so good at it is because I genuinely loved it. I loved what I did. Because I looked at skateboarding differently than other people. Maybe people were skating because they thought they were cool. Maybe people were skating because they wanted to get some girl or something like that, try to impress them. I don't know what it was. But I liked skateboarding because I viewed it as an art form. I used to look at it as really hardcore ballet in the air. For real. That's how I looked at it. I used to actually say that to people as well when they asked me why I like skating. That was why. Because especially the tricks that I was doing were very big tricks. Not just like these little street tricks you see here and there. Now, these were big tricks. And I loved the risk factor in it. Because when you're skating, there is a giant risk that you are going to get hurt and you're going to get hurt bad. But in life, there's always risks like that. Maybe not physical risks of getting hurt, but there are risks in everything. And I loved trying a trick over and over and over and over again. And I would fail at it. But I knew eventually I would get it. And there was not a better feeling than feeling that board flip underneath you and land with 2 feet and continue rolling. That feeling is what I worked for. Days after days after days after days just to get that trick. And that was an amazing feeling. And in skateboarding, I had all those failures. I physically got hurt. There was one time I busted my face open. Like, I never broke any bones skateboarding. It's really weird. But the one time I did get hurt, I got hurt bad. I remember I did this trick, and the board popped up at my face and came vertical very quickly at my face and hit my A7, which is one of your upper teeth. I knocked that tooth 180 degrees inside of my lip and fractured the upper part of my jaw. That was crazy. And then everybody was like, well, now are you going to quit skating? Now do you see you can get hurt? I mean, yeah, of course. But this is what I love to do, so I don't care. Not even 3 weeks after that, when they told me to stop skating and take a break so my face could heal, I was right back on that board. Yes, I was. Everybody thought I was crazy. But I went back on that board. Now, I wouldn't say that I genuinely failed at skating, because skateboarding was a little different, because I did a competition and injured myself physically to the point where I couldn't skate. Like, I cannot skate anymore. There's nothing I could do about that. But I still miss it and love it. It's still a soft spot for me. But everything else I did, I always wanted to be the best at. Every single thing. Skateboarding, drumming, art, solo music. Anything that I wanted to do. Business adventures. I had a lot of business adventures. All kinds of them. Now, my biggest successes were my biggest failures. When just as quickly as I got success was just as quickly as I lost it, because I didn't know what to do with it. I never had a foundation of, okay, now that you have it, this is what is going to happen. This could possibly happen. You should watch out for this. I threw myself in the shit and figured it out as I went. And because of how I was raised, I had that I don't give a fuck mentality, which is stupid as hell. So if you guys have that mentality where you're just like, well, so I don't give a fuck, this, that, I don't care. I don't care that I offended that person. So what? Oh well. That's very stupid, and you should change your mindset. Because of that, you won't ever grow. And my biggest failure, I guess you would say, was music, when I was in the music industry. Because I was doing very great. And I thought that I couldn't be stopped, but I could. because of my own mistakes, especially with drinking. I messed it all up, burned all the bridges. And that is what I am now learning. I invested a shit ton of money. I spent a lot of money. I took a lot of people up with me, and it was like the Titanic. It was great, and it was going to be the best ride. And then it just sunk. And everybody went down with me. My mentality was, I don't give a shit. Oh well, shouldn't have came along for the ride. How stupid of me to say that. How stupid and shameful that is to say that. But now that I am on track to success yet again, out of all those failures, I did not give up. And they were bad, bad failures. Giant explosions like the Hindenburg. Just total disasters. But I am back up at it. And I am still at it. And I am still doing it again, no matter what. Just like the skateboarding. I'm back up at it. I am right back up at it. Because this is what I want. This is what I love. Creating and being an entrepreneur is what I love doing. I've had a shit ton of failures. I had skateboarding. I had drums. I had like 6 other businesses that I ventured into. I did the music industry. I'm right back up at it yet again. And this time, I am sober as hell. A little too sober sometimes, but it's all right. I'm loving it. I got my daughter. Now it's the right plan of attack to succeed and know what not to do. And of course, I'm going to fail right now. None of us want to fail. None of us plan to fail. But we have to be ready to fail. And when we do fail, how to quickly resolve it. And that is what I'm doing right now. I am back up at it. Every morning, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning. And I'm right back at it. I've got my daughter. She's a big motivational push for me. Because how could I just give up right now? How could I just give up right now? I could just give up right now. Just say, fuck it. Drink. Whatever. That's the life. Oh well. Tell my daughter, oh well. Sorry. I tough it up. Stop being a little girl. Tough it up. That's just how life is. No, it's not just how life is. How selfish of people to say that. And that's when I look back at my childhood, that's what I was always told. Tough shit. That's how life is. Get over it. We're drinking. That's it. We're smoking. That's it. I'm like 8 years old, like, okay. The fuck do I do with that? But as I said, I'm back at it now, and I can't give up. I won't give up. Because it's not the right thing to do. And I'm going to continue to push. And I've learned a lot, especially from my last biggest failure, because, man, that was a bad failure. I disappeared for like 4 years, pretty much. And as you guys know, went down a very dark, suicidal, depressing stage of my life. But even in that darkness, I knew there was a point where I was going to get out. It was just a matter of time. Now I'm out. Now I'm back on success, the track to success. And now I know what to watch out for. And that is what I'm doing. And I have my dream set. And I'm going to make it happen. Again and again and again. You can't be afraid of failure. You cannot be afraid of failure. And you can't give up so easily. Anybody could give up. But if you're really trying to stand out and do something that you want to do, you can't. You have to push that to the side. You have to do everything in your power to stop that thought of giving up. When you feel unmotivated, if you've been trying and trying and trying and you're still broke as shit and you're worried about the bills or anything like that, or nothing's working, all you're doing is putting panic in your own universe. Of course, sometimes I don't feel motivated. And as I said, that's one thing that I'm starting to learn from my failures. Because when I failed, and I started panicking because all the money's running out and this and that and that, this and that. Oh shit, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Everybody abandon ship, get the fuck out. That's the wrong thing to do. Learn from your failures and slow everything down. Because when I don't feel motivated, it's most likely because I'm running out of money. And then I'm looking at my daughter. She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't understand the concept of the money world yet. And there's times we walk by the store. She says, Daddy, can you get one toy? Nah, not today. And that sucks. But that's also a motivation. And like maybe a week ago, I felt unmotivated. I had no money in my account yet again. Classic move, happens all the time. I could easily panic and freak out and get pissed off and depressed and blame it on somebody. But I don't do that anymore. That's part of learning from my failures. Learn from your failures. Now what I do, you don't have to do the same thing I do. But now what I do is I slow everything down. And I stay calm, which is very difficult to do in times when there's 3 more days to pay rent and you're broke as shit. And asking to borrow money is one of the hardest things for me to do. I hate it and can't stand it, and I will do everything but ask for help if I can. But part of learning from all these experiences is to figure things out for myself and not just run straight to the bottle when I'm unmotivated because I'm broke. If you're unmotivated because you're broke and you run straight to the bottle and just say, oh, this is it, I give up, there's something wrong right there. As I said, I slow everything down. Don't get angry, because anger doesn't do anything. And it's not going to help. Yeah, it's easy to get angry. It's not going to help anything. But I slow things down. And I start thinking calmly. All right, yes, I'm broke as shit right now. There's 3 days left to pay rent. If I just got pissed off and angry right now and just hit the bottle and just sat around and all pissed off, the next day you see me, hey, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I'm just all pissed off because I'm broke. I have 3 days left to pay rent. And then you start chatting with a random ass person who's possibly a lowlife themselves, and then nothing, you're just gossiping. Now you guys are friends because you guys are just gossiping and just talking shit about everything else, but figuring out what to do. Maybe that's not your experience, but that's been mine. That's what used to happen with me. So I would get all pissed off, start drinking, and start communicating with a fucking nobody and somebody who's not trying to advance their life either. And then we're all of a sudden good friends because we both hate life and we're both broke. Think about that. Think about how stupid that is. And that goes back to one of my old podcasts where I say surround yourself with the right people. Because now, with those 3 days that I'm broke and I have rent to pay, instead of freaking out and wasting time talking to people about my problems and drinking, now I stay calm. I look in the fridge. Okay, there's about 6 bags of top ramen left, some tapatio, some milk, some water. There's food, so they're not going to die. I calmly just get back to work and just keep working. Funny thing about that is that actually happened. That was a story. And on the second day, when I had one more day left to pay rent, as I just calmly went about my business, I got a client. And everything worked because I just went on the computer and just started working on Twitter, putting out ads on Craigslist, communicating with people. And I finally got something, and that saved everything. And that is one of the things that I have learned now from my last failure, is how to take your time and not freak out when the building's on fire, figuring out how to put it out. Because that's very important. If you're starting to freak out because, oh no, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, let me tell you what you're going to do. You're going to calm down. Slowly begin to figure it out. Don't get angry. Don't start crying. Don't start drinking. Don't start saying, well, fuck it. It's very immature and stupid. Very calmly figure out how to put this fire out. And so far, I think that's one of being calm in situations like that is one of the biggest steps that I have taken to get me this far. Now, I would like to hear from you guys about in rough times, what is it that you do to stay calm and figure it out? Please, I want to hear those. Leave those in the comments below. I want to hear that. It's funny, one saying I use all the time. In times of danger, don't freeze. It's time to be a boss. I love that saying. But, all right, guys. I'm over here rambling off again. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 8. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be posting one up again soon. That'll be episode 9. And for episode 10, I think I'm going to do something big on that one. So stay tuned, guys, and share with your friends. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I wish you guys the best of luck. Go out. Get them. Bye-bye.